I was born and grew up in a village on the Cornish coast, which is a short walk away from the most southerly point in the United Kingdom. And in my early years, I remember my auntie's farm and surrounding farms were still lit by oil lamps as the electricity grid had yet to reach them. And around the village, there were frequent reminders of the importance of energy and water. Individual households had tiny windmills that generated electricity. Freshwater springs fed small reservoirs. But today, when I go home, that self-sufficiency has gone. and across the downs, I see the slowly rotating arms of wind turbines. And the first thing I do on arrival is just switch on the water main. Energy and water are two fundamentals of our lives. We're 60% water, and to work, cook, and be comfortable, we need a supply of energy. And over these 3 days, it really has been a great privilege for me to spend time with you and to learn of what you are doing to safeguard and ensure the availability of sustainable energy and water for future generations. And there is no calling, there is no activity more vital than yours. And too many people are distracted and oblivious to the wonder of just being alive and being alive now and actually being alive here. That we need you to stay focused to ensure that what you do is renewable and sustainable. We also need humility. In hotter climates, might traditional cooling towers be less resource intensive than modern air conditioning? Can we learn from ancient practices for capturing water and using it sparingly? That our rhetoric must be matched by reality, and we need to remember the natural resources that are used in the manufacture of the physical offerings that you produced and the environmental consequences of their end-of-life disposal. We need imagination, and like good directors, we also need to challenge. We need to continue to ask questions. We need continuing innovation to ensure the physical infrastructure of renewable energy and the supply of water are themselves recyclable and make minimal demands on limited natural capital. We need economic innovation in the sharing and circular economies. And we also need social innovation in saving energy and water and living simpler, less stressful, and healthier lives. As a child living by the sea, I saw several people drown, and I visited current and past war zones as an adult, and I've seen the consequences of conflict, that water shortages, they threaten major cities and many communities. Unless urgent action is taken, water is increasingly likely to be the cause of future wars. We should never, ever take being alive for granted, and we should never, ever take energy and water for granted. That I salute and thank all of you for what you are doing and what you will continue to do. I've really enjoyed being with you over these 3 days, and I look forward in a moment to celebrating today's award winners.